lift. Bring those hips down to your waist, feet are parallel, roll those shoulders down and away. Lift it right and left, lift and lift. So you're bringing those knees up to your chest here. Toes have a slight point, easy landing in those feet. Lift, lift. Now we're going to add a punch across, opposite hand, opposite knee here. So punch left, punch right, twist and twist. You've got that slight rotation through your core here, firing up those obliques. Keep those knees high, punch and lift. Up, twist, twist for 5. Go 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Set up here, right foot comes back to a lunge, retuck those hips, sink down as just a regular bicep squat. Be here. So punch left, punch right, twist and twist. You've got that slight rotation through your core here, firing up those obliques. Keep those knees high, punch and lift. Up, twist, twist for 5. Go 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Set up here, right foot comes back to a lunge, retuck those hips, sink down as just a regular bicep curl. So it's curl, extend, squeeze, and drop. So here, that core is pulled in tight, squeezing those weights up to your shoulders. We're going to add a twist to this front left leg. So it's curl, extend, lift, and drop. As you extend those arms, bring them to the outside, that front left side here. It's curl, drop, squeeze. Up 3, curl 2. Hold it here, flip those palms, hammer curl. Right, left, palms face one another here. We're incorporating that twist back in, so take it left for 2, bring it center for 2. Pressing hard through those back right toes here, and that front left heel. Squeeze that bicep as you bring those weights up to those shoulders. It's left for 2, center for 2. Last time left, last time center. Hang out here, hinge it forward, elbows stay tight, extend it right and left. Reach right, reach left. Alternating tricep extensions here. Big hinge forward from that waist. Gaze goes down to the floor. Keep those elbows tucked in nice and tight. Go left and right for 4, 3, 2. Last one. Keep that hinge. Right foot steps forward. Big lift, big drop. Squeeze and drop. So here I want you to keep those elbows at 90 degrees. True shoulder raise. Drop, squeeze it out. Drop and lift. A few more. Lift, relax up for 3, lift for 2, last one, lower it down, stand up, shift that left foot back to that lunge, retuck and sink low. It's curl, extend, back to this regular bicep curl here, working this other side just like the right. We're going to add that twist to that front right leg. So it's twist, curl, extend, and curl. Rotating through those obliques. Take those hands to the outside of that thigh. Add that small drop in this lunge. Go up for 3. Come up for 2. Hold it here. Flip those palms. Hammer curls. Left and right. Elbows tucked in nice and tight again. Chest is proud. Get this left knee low. Adding that twist. Right for 2. Come back center for 2. So it's right and bring it center. Actively squeeze those biceps for me here. It's center and right. Last few here. Go 4, 3, 2. Last one. Big hinge forward. Extend it right and left. Reach and reach. Back to these alternating tricep extensions. Gaze stays at that floor here. Reach, reach. Keep those elbows tight to your sides. Go right, go left. For 4, 3, 2. Last one. Left foot steps in forward. Arms come out long. Big reach, big drop. Squeeze and drop. So now instead of just using those shoulders, you should feel that hip. So with that knee between those shoulder blades in the upper part of your back and squeeze. So take it up, drop down for 3, and squeeze. Now, as you squeeze those elbows in, might feel a little silly, but you should actually feel that heat, that work, wrapping around the tops of those biceps. Squeeze for 3, 2, now punch it out, punch, punch, punch. Press it up high. Go ahead and extend those arms out just a little to that 3/4 bend. Give me a deeper bend through those knees, sink down a little bit lower. Press, press, press. Last few seconds of standing arms. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up here, weights come down. We're coming down to that full arm plank. So hands come underneath those shoulders. Curl it up on those toes. Retuck and engage through that core. And then float this right leg first. Those legs go up for 2. Bring it down, cross those ankles. Lift, straight up, bring it down, and cross. Take this right leg up high for me here. Press even through those hands. It's down last time. Up for 2. Bring it down. Hold it here. Just squeeze those thighs. In. Think squeeze and squeeze. We add that tricep push-up here. So it's squeeze for 2. Drop that chest and lift. Think squeeze, squeeze, hold. Drop.
Definitely have to mind.
Have that option to come down to your knees. Last one. Squeeze, squeeze, hold. Drop, lift up, uncross those ankles. Left toes float here now. So it's lift for 2. Bring it down and cross. Press it up. Legs are high. Drop, cross those ankles. Feel that press through those hands. It's lift, lift. Last time here. It's up for 2. Bring it down. Hold it here. Just squeeze those thighs. In. Think squeeze, hold. Squeeze, hold. Back to those tricep push-ups again. So it's squeeze for 2. Drop that chest and lift. There's just 4 here. So try to challenge yourself. Keep those elbows tight. Drop. Last one. It's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come down. Set your seat back and high. Arms reach out for a stretch. Quick breath here. Slowly roll it up. Walk those feet out in front. Hands come behind those hips. Fingertips face forward. Zip those legs nice and tight. And then press through those hands to lift that seat. We start slow here. It's drop, 2, press and lift, 2. So it's drop those knees, lift, squeeze it in. Just a few of these slow, and then we add that speed. Last time up, make it quick. Drop, lift, drop, lift. This is full body here, but those triceps should really be feeling most of this heat. Take it down, press it up.
Don't be deep.
Here's
Don't be
4,
deep.
3, last 2, and 1. Set your seat down, rock it back to those forearms, tabletop these legs, let those knees fall right and toes go left, bring it down, 2, squeeze and lift, 2, so it's drop, tap those toes, lift it up. With these knees rotated to the right, you're already engaging through those obliques and those lower abs here. Last time down, last time up, hold it high. That left arm reaches across for a twist here. So it's twist, twist, exhale, exhale. It's a small rotation, but I want you really reaching through those fingertips. Then twist, twist. Go 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, last one. Center it up, other side. Knees go left, toes go right. Bring it down, tap, through the lift. Up, so it's drop, tap, lift, lift. Your core is working, not just now, but this whole class. Think about getting ready to take a punch to the stomach. That's how tight I want those abs. Last time down, last time up, hold it here. Right arm reaches for a twist. It's twist, twist, exhale, exhale. Last few seconds in this warm-up. Twist, twist, give me 5, twist 4, last 3, go 2, and 1. Lower down here, knees can hug into that chest, then slowly roll it up, standing up to those feet. We're just going to get a quick stretch. Arms come up and overhead, reaching for that ceiling. center it up, grab hold of that left wrist, pull it across to the right. And switching sides, right arm pulls across, feel that stretch to your side. And back to center, hands come up, slight back bend backwards. Exhale, forward fold for these toes. Bicycle out those knees, rolling through each side, one at a time. Hugging those elbows when you're ready. Let that upper body just hang here for a second. Low back releases. Get one more deep breath, and then slowly roll it up for me here. So we're going to stay standing. You don't need any equipment, maybe just your point of stability. So I'm going to start with this on my right side. It doesn't really matter, just as long as you've got something to place your hand on if you need it. We're going to bring those feet together to a narrow V. So heels are touching, toes are slightly turned out. You're going to press into your toes, lifting your heels, tuck through that core, drop down, let those knees fall apart here. So it's drop for 2, lift for 2, take it down, drop, lift, lift. So I think I said this in our last class maybe, but this is called our diamond position here. And if you're watching, as we sink down and our knees go out, our legs start to make that diamond shape here. So that's what we're looking for. It's lift, 2, last time down, hold it low, tuck right, left, tuck, tuck. So if you can see here, as I alternate these tucks, I'm really having to press down into those toes. That tuck is you sending that hip up and forward, pulling from those low abs. It's right and left, tuck right, tuck left for 4, 3, 2, last one, center it up, take it down an inch, up an inch, drop, and lift. Now look, this is small. You may or may not even be able to see our movement on the camera here. That's how small I want you to think about making it. Burning these outer thighs, because as you drop, those knees shoot out a little bit wider. It's down an inch, up an inch, drop, and lift. Last few. Go for 4. Last 3, 2, hold it low. Step this right foot out in front, holding the turn out of those toes here. It's drop for 2, big lift. So it's down, 2, big press up. Still letting those knees fall wide as you drop, big lift. Drop for 2, big press up. So getting nice and low, and then pressing up to that highest point. Knees always stay bent. Press it up. Last time down. Hold it high here. Get 1 drop, 1 tuck. So it's drop, tuck, hold, drop, tuck, hold. Push through those toes and lift those heels for me as high as you can. Look how far my feet are stepped out here. So it's not a close step, it's a deep step. So you're able to get nice and low with each one. Tuck, drop it low, tuck, drop it low. You have 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Just press those knees out. Press. Press. Now you're feeling heat not only in this front leg, but you should also be feeling it in this back leg here.
For sure.
Trying to distribute that weight, but those outer thighs are screaming on both sides here. Just press and press. After this, we've got a quick 15-second pulse, and then we bring it back into that diamond position. Pulsing next here in 4, 3, 2, make it quick. It's drop, drop, drop. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Left arm can come up and overhead, challenging that balance if you want. Keep that chest nice and square to the front for 5. Pulse for 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Step this right foot back in for me. Toes are still turned out. Re-tuck and engage, sink down low. 3 count. Drop. 2, 3, big press up, down, 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 big press. I want you to keep those hips pulled up and under that body for me here. Don't let that back start to sag or that butt starts to stick out. I want it all pulled up and under. Drop, big lift, take it down, 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 press it up. Good work here. Let those knees fall out nice and wide. Drop, lift. Last few here. Take it down. Big press up. Drop, 2, hold it low, drop and hold. So think drop, hold, stay low. This is a static low drop. This turns up those quads here. Drop and hold. Drop and hold. Good work. Shake out those legs if you need to at any point. And then just jump right back in here. Heels stay glued as tight as you can get them. Press down through those toes. Think drop, hold. Last 2. Last 1. Now press those knees out. Press, hold, press, hold. So pressing those knees here should feel a little bit different than when we're stepped out. Here, that work should feel a lot more even because you've got both feet and legs placed the same way. When we have one leg stepped out in front, that makes things a little bit more uneven, which is what we want, is to work those legs individually and also together here. We're stepping that left foot out in 3, 2, hold that press. This time left foot takes a big step out. It's drop for 2, big press up. Take it down, down, big press. Keep these knees tracking out here. Don't let those toes turn forward. We're keeping that turn out the whole time. It's drop for 2, big press. Keep that chest square, nice and proud forming, rolling those shoulders down and away. It's drop, big press. Last time down, hold it here. It's 1 drop, 1 tuck. Drop, tuck, hold. Go down, tuck, hold. That tuck again is pulling from those low abs here, rotating those hips. Tuck and hold, drop, tuck and hold. You've got a few more. Drop and tuck. Go down, tuck it here. Good work. We're going to pulse it out in 4, 3, 2. Here's that pulse. Take it down, down, down. Drop, drop, drop. Now, if you can take that right arm up and overhead here, now's your chance. Maybe you have this left hand resting to balance on something. It's pulse, pulse, pulse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that here. Shake it out. Right foot will come to your left hand for your stretch. Pull that heel up towards your seat. Deep breath, switching sides. Left foot, right hand. Moving quick here, but making sure you take some time to stretch. And then slowly release that. So you're going to stay right where you're at. I want you to bring those feet parallel right under those hips here. Again, press to those toes to lift your heels. Tuck through that core, and then sink down to find that catch in the tops of those thighs. It's drop, 2, 3, 4, lift, 2, 3, it's slow, so it's down, 2, 3, 4, press it up, 2, 3, 4. So you know how I say sometimes that bar movements are small? This is the exception here, and we keep it slow, ultimately to really burn out the tops of these thighs. Take it down, 2, 3, 4, press it up, 2, 3, now it's halfway, drop, hold it here, just tuck, tuck, up and under, pressing through these toes. Those abs should be fired up here. It's not necessarily a burn, but you're having to use them to shift those hips up and under and forward, tuck and tuck. Now I want you to add a drop in those legs with each tuck. Think tuck, drop, down, down. 2 movements working in opposite directions here. Give me 3. Go 2. Last 1. Hold it low. Knees come in for 2. Press it back out. So it's rotate in, rotate out. Knocking those knees together here. Not necessarily turning those toes. Focusing on rotating those thighs in tight. So it's in, 2. Press it out. 2, last few, and we're going to hold those legs together. It's squeeze and press. Last 1, in, hold it here. Now it's drop, lift, down and up. Those thighs are so tight. Think about holding a piece of paper between those legs. Don't let it slip through. It's drop, lift, down, down. This is quick. We're burning it out in less than 15 seconds. Down and up, drop, lift, 5. Here's 4, Go 3, 2, and 1. Release that here. Shake it out. Quick thigh stretch. This time right foot comes to your right hand. Knees are tight. Press forward through this right hip flexor. And release that. Left foot, left hand. Another deep breath here. And then slowly release. So I'm going to take my pointing stability over here to the left because I'm going to turn to show you this right side. So what you're going to do is walk your hips all the way up to whatever you're using for me here. Feet will be parallel again. Feet under hips. So I want you to take this right foot, extend it straight back, and then just slightly curl that heel. So you've got a 3/4 bend through this right knee here. Once you're set up, just press it back. So it's press, press, take it back, back. Now what I want you to think of is you're not changing how that knee is situated. You keep that bend, that press comes straight from that hamstring. It's press, press, take it back and back. So that key should be right here, the top of that hamstring, the bottom leg of that right seat. It's press for 4, 3, 2, hold it back, walk it out for 2, squeeze it back in for 2. So it's press it to the right, squeeze it back to center. You can see the bend in my knee has not changed. Still pointing those right toes here. Press it out for 2, squeeze it in for 2. Next move is we're going to straighten that leg out and then bring it right back to this 3/4 bend. Last time out, last time in, hold it tight, extend, and then think reach, and then so reach through those right toes, keep them floating, don't let them touch the ground, and then bring that slight bend back to that knee. That should get this whole hamstring woken up here if it's not already. Bend and reach, bend, extend. Keep this slight bend in your left standing knee here, careful not to lock out. Keeping our hips and chest square to whatever you're using to stay stable. Reach. It's out. Bend for 3, 2. Hold it here. Just circle. Up and in. Up and in. So think about circling clockwise for me. Still keeping those toes pointed and lifted. That heat is right here. Focusing on the top part of the back of that leg. If you want, you can press through these left standing toes, lifting that heel. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down, shake it out. We're moving straight to that left side here. Feet are parallel, hips are up. Left leg comes straight back, and then bring that heel slightly up. 3/4 bend through that left leg here. Just press, press, back, back. So this press is so small. It's not a big kick. We're not extending out. You can see that bend through my knee doesn't change. I'm literally pushing back through my hamstring. Press, press, take it back, back. Good work. Deep breaths here. We're walking that leg out and back in next. In 5, go in 4, 3, 2, walk it out. So it's out, 2, squeeze it in, 2, think, press, out, squeeze, in. Now you can see my left knee here. You see how I don't have it parallel to the right? You can see my left knee. That means that I'm engaged through that back side of my leg, pushing back to my furthest point, and now I'm making myself work through that outer hip all at the same time. Out, 2, bring it in, last time, out, last time in, now extend, reach, bend, reach, and bend. Point those toes, extend all the way out long through this left hamstring. Re-engage through that core. I don't want that back to start to sag here. Pull that rib cage down so that you're nice and straight from your shoulders to your waist. Extend and bend, reach and bend, circling to finish. It's out. Bend for 3, 2, hold it here. Just circle in, up and over, up and over. So now with this left knee, we're having to go counterclockwise, circling out and in. It's circle, circle. Now remember to finish. You can always pop it up through that standing right heel. You've got less than 10 seconds. Circle, circle, up and in, up and in. Last 5. Go 4. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Lower it down. Step back and away. Feet will stay parallel. Just fold for these toes here. You can take this left ankle, crossing it back behind your right, focusing on that left hamstring. Feet back parallel, right foot crosses behind your left. And then back reaching for these toes, bicycle out those knees if you need it. Big inhale, slowly roll it up here. So for this next set, I've got a couple of options for you. You can do this with no weight, which is great, it's still gonna hurt. You can do this with a weight behind your knee, or you can do it with a band around your thighs. So if you want to use a band, I'll put a weight behind my knee, or you don't have to use anything. I'm just giving you some more options while you're at home. I'm going to stay facing my point of stability here, so if you'll put that band up around the base of those thighs, right under those knees. If you're going to use a hand weight, our feet will be in a narrow V here to start. So heels together, toes are turned out. You can place that weight back behind your knee. And then I want you to cross this right set of toes behind your left calf here. Retuck, and then just squeeze to lift this leg. This pinch is right here in this outer seat here. Just lift and lift. Take it up and up. So you see how our hips stay square to what we're using as that point of stability. This focus is outer seat right here. So if you're using a band like Jackie, that's resistance. If you're using a weight, that's just making your leg heavier. Or again, no weight, it's just as hard. Lift for 3, 2, hold it high. Now press it across. Press and press. So if you look here, my toes are shifting across the midline of my body. I'm trying to keep that knee at that same height the whole time. It's press, it's press. Check in on that core, shut that rib cage down. Belly button pulls into that spine. Press and press. Full range comes next. In 3, 2, hold it tight. Now tap it down, squeeze and lift. Drop, squeeze and lift. Keep this controlled. If you need to slow it down, take that option. And if you're really feeling comfortable, you can add a pop and drop through that standing left heel. It's drop, squeeze, and lift. Drop, squeeze, and lift. We're going to pulse it up to finish, so just get ready for that here. It's lift and drop. Up for 3, 2, hold it high, pulse it up, up, up. Lift, lift, lift. These are tiny pulses. You're in control the whole time. Don't let that leg drop. It's lift, lift, lift. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down, shake it out. We're moving straight into that left side. So finger back at that narrow V, toes are slightly turned out. Whatever equipment you've got, get it placed here. Left toes now cross behind that right calf. Retuck and engage. Squeeze to lift up to that highest point. Just lift and lift. Take it up and up. Lifting here. This should hurt. You should feel some heat, not bad hurt. Always good, uncomfortable. Just knowing that you're pushing yourself. It's lift and lift. Take it up and up. We're pressing those toes in and across that body next. In 4, 3, 2, hold it high. Just press it in. It's press, press. So all this is you pushing those left toes now towards the right. So that knee stays exactly where it is height-wise. Shut that rib cage. Don't let that back start to sag. That's where you'll feel some pain here. If you're feeling that, just bring this leg down a little bit lower. It's press and press. Full range tap and lift. In 3, 2, hold it tight. Big tap down, squeeze up, drop and lift. Working hard, keeping everything even here. Remembering, if you want, you can add a pop to that front standing heel as you lift that left leg. It's drop, squeeze it up, tap, lift it up. We're pulsing to finish next. It's lift, up for 3, lift for 2, hold it high, pulse, pulse, pulse. It's up. Lifting here, this is 15 seconds. Challenge yourself, don't let that leg drop. It's lift, lift, lift. Bring that belly button tight for 5, lift 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down, awesome job. Get rid of whatever you were using. Bring those feet back to a narrow V, fold your knees, toes here. Pop your right knee, walk your hands over to the right, releasing through this left side. Hands come back to center, switching sides, pop your left knee, walk your hands over to the left. And back to center for one more stretch, just reaching to the floor. A big inhale. As you exhale, slowly roll it up. We're going to bring it down to the floor to finish out seat and abs, so you can get rid or walk away from your point of stability. Right side always starts first. So we're going to bring it down to our left side here. You can start by extending it out nice and long. Left forearm comes down to the floor. Then bring those knees up and press so that they're parallel here. Still tucking through that core. Toes stay together. And then lift those knees here. So press that right knee back. Press and press. So if you cannot keep both your toes and heels together for whatever reason, flexibility, just how you're built, try to keep one or the other. So like I can keep my my heels and my toes together here. But if for some reason, like if you have a really deep arch, you're not able to do so, just connect your toes or your heels here. Just press and press, back and back. You have a few more here. We're going to bring it full range in 4, 3, 2. Start it slow, so bring it down for 2. Squeeze it back for 2. Now, if you wanted, you could add a band to those outer thighs here so that you would have that extra resistance. Trust me though, if you're really pressing back, my leg is shaking with no resistance band. So it's up to you. It's up to what your body needs. Take it down for 2. Press it up for 2. Drop and drop. Last time up. Last time down. Hold it here. Extend this leg straight out. Get one lift, one kick. It's up and out. So now we have shifted that work. Instead of to the back outside of this glute, now we're right up in this right hip here. This type of move is always really hard for me because I have really tight hips. So just know you need to work at whatever level feels comfortable for you, but where you still feel like you're pushing yourself here. Kick, lift, out and up for 4, 3, 2, tiny circles. In. It's circle, circle. Now this is not quick because anytime we're working this outer hip, it's very, very easy to tweak. So just keep yourself in line, keep your core engaged. This is where we're finishing that right side circle. You have less than 10 seconds. Here's 5, go 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. We are going to go ahead and stretch this right side. So bring these legs straight out in front here. Right heel crosses that left knee. Let your leg fall wide. And then bring that heel in towards your seat. Maybe sinking down. You can rock it from side to side. Opening up through that right hip. And then slowly release yourself out. Moving straight into that left side. So now we'll extend it out nice and long on our right. Right forearm comes down, elbow under shoulder. Knees pull up in front so that they're parallel 90 degrees here. Connect your feet, either both at your toes and your heels, or one or the other. Take this left leg back here and press. Back, back, press, press. So what I want you to think about is taking that left leg as far back as you can and then giving me one more inch. Back, back, press, press. Still keeping the idea of those hips being tucked up and under that body. Low core, always engaged. It's press for 4, 3, 2. Now full range. Drop, 2. Press it back, 2. So it's down, down, press right back. My left leg is shaking just like my right leg was. When you feel that shake, that quiver, that's where you know you're really giving it that last little ditch. Press it back, bring it down. Big press, bring it down with control. Careful not to let that leg just fling in either direction. Bring it down, last time back, last time down. Hold it here, extend this left leg. Get one lift, one kick, up and out. So flex this left foot so that those toes are pointing right and that heel is pointing left here. Up and out, lift and kick. Good work. This is where we're finishing. It's up, out, lift, kick. Last circle to finish in 4, 3, 2. Hold your kick. Now it's circle. Up and in. Up and in. I've said this before. It's totally normal to feel like one side is significantly stronger than the other. The whole point here is to try to push yourself evenly on both sides, building that strength. Circle in, circle it in. This left hip should be nice and spicy here to finish. You have 5, circle 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down, legs come straight out here, same stretch. Left foot crosses your right knee. Pull that right heel in, maybe sink towards it a little bit. You can rock it from side to side, take a deep breath. And then slowly release that here. We're going to move straight into abs. So if you would like to do abs with your hand weights, go ahead and grab those here. If you want to use or you like using your Pilates ball behind your back for crunches and things like that, you can place that here. I'm actually not going to use it tonight. But you can if you want. It's totally up to you. Just showing you guys that you can do things a little bit differently. Plant those feet, one weight in each hand, hands face the ceiling, tuck and engage through your center, and then lower down to find that catch. It's one drop, kick, lift, kick, take it down, kick it out, lift, kick it out. This is small moves, firing up those biceps and that core. Lift, kick, drop, kick, obliques come next in 4, 3, 2. Now let's twist, punch it left, center, right, center. So twist, lift. Now if you have a ball behind your back, you might have a little bit more range of motion here. If you don't, just pay attention to where you feel your catch. Don't overextend it just to try to take your back to the floor. It's lift, punch, lift. Last one left. Hold it right. Just twist. Exhale, exhale. So that right elbow is pulled in tight. Press that left hand across that body. You can also extend this right leg here. It's twist and twist for 4, 3, 2. Last one. Center it up. Elbows come high. Take it down for 2. Curl and crunch for 2. So it's drop, 2, lift, 2. Keep these elbows high. Biceps and shoulders catching some heat here along with that core. It's drop, 2, lift, 2. We're almost done. You guys have done awesome here. Keep it up. Drop, 2. Bring it up. Last time. Down. Last time up. Hold it here. Punch this right arm across and twist. So it's exhale, exhale. Maybe you can sink down a little bit lower. Feeling that shake from that core. You're almost done. You can also extend this left leg if you want. Keep that left elbow nice and tight to that side. It's twist. Exhale, exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Drop that leg, center it up. Arms are high. Drop to finish. Down. Now if you don't have that ball and you want to lose those weights, try to keep those arms overhead here. This is a lot less stable. That core should be on fire. This is where you finish for me. It's your last 30 seconds. Down, drop. You're over halfway there. Give me 15 more. Take it down. Drop it low. Less than 10 here. It's drop. Go 5. The last 4. 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Slowly roll it up. Set your hand weights. Maybe your ball over to the side here. We're going to go ahead and take it straight down toward our belly. Bringing those forearms up and underneath yourself here. Go ahead and press away from the floor, lifting that chest. Stretching through that core, that low back here. Maybe pressing up through those hands if you need a little bit deeper of a stretch. And then slowly lower it down. I want you to cross those arms out in front here. Rest your head. Point your toes. Squeeze your thighs together. Tuck those hips down to the ground. And then lift those legs away. Water kicking here to finish. It's kick, kick, kick. Go back, back, back. Now I want you to think about actually using this low back here. All of that time we've tried to keep it very protected. Now we want to work it out for these last few seconds, building that posterior strength. Kick, kick, kick. Maybe try to bring those hands back behind you here, lifting that chest one more inch. Kick for 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. Press it up onto all fours here. Hands under hips. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Big exhale, round your back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Gaze goes up. Exhale, round that back. Push through those hands, feet go flat to the floor. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Curl those toes up and under. And then one more big exhale here. Maybe rolling it around on those wrists if it feels good. Shifting your hips around. And then bring it back to a neutral spine. We'll bring those legs out in front for a straddle stretch. Point these toes for me. Big inhale, turn to face your right knee. Exhale it over to the right. Stretching out these muscles while they're still warm here. Drop that forehead down to 1 more inch. And then slowly inhale back up. Turn to face this left knee. Exhale down to the left. Feeling that stretch through those hamstrings here. One more big breath. Lower down on that exhale out. And then slowly inhale it up. Flex these toes up to the ceiling. Walk those hands out in front. With your toes flexed up, that should shift this stretch inner thighs to your hips. Let that low back try to release your chest down to the floor just a few more inches. And then slowly walk those hands back in. We're going to cross those feet out in front one at a time. Hands come back behind that low back, shoulders roll down and away. Gently take this head from side to side here. Easy, safe stretch on that neck. Take time to get one more on each side. And then when you're ready, bring that head back to neutral. Loosely grip these knees. Roll those shoulders down and away from your ears. Releasing that last bit of tension here. Big inhale. And exhale. Awesome work. Thank you guys so much for joining us for bar tonight. That was a quick 40-minute workout, so that was awesome. Good. All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining us for our, I almost called it bar hit. That's not what this is. It's just bar. For our bar class, we are going to have about a 45-minute class tonight. So if this is your first bar class, thank you for joining us. The equipment that you will need is a light set of hand weights, so like 2 or 3 pounds if you have it. A Pilates ball, again, if you have it of some sort. We also use like soccer balls or throw pillows or just anything that you can kind of put to hinge on. We're going to use it a couple of times today and in abs. And then other than that, just...
All right. All done. Thanks for watching.